Hi everybody, this is Mumbles, and today we are playing Cuisineer. This is an indie game where you run a restaurant and you go into dungeons to get the ingredients that you need in order for the recipes that you want to show off. This is a really cool game. There are some things about it that I think are why it gets a couple bad reviews on Steam, and we'll get into that later. I've played about 5 hours, so I'm going to show you all the things that you need to know before you buy it to see if this is something that you want to play. The story goes that our main character here gets a letter from her parents that they want to see her one last time before they go into the great beyond. But the letter itself is actually a ploy to get her to come run the restaurant while they go on a cruise. It's a really cute little restaurant sim. The art is super cool. So let's just jump right into it. This is the restaurant that I have now. I have a fridge, which can be upgraded, a soup pot upgraded, and then a frying pan, which is also able to be upgraded. I think you can add more serving areas as well. And then these are all the tables that people can sit in. I personally found that this configuration works the best because it's right next to the serving area. And as you'll see when I open up the restaurant, they can go and grab their own food. So actually, I think I'm low on stuff. I'm doing okay, but I want more things. So let's go into a dungeon. But before we do that, I'll show you the town. So in the town, you can talk to people to get quests. I personally don't really do the quests that much. Some of them are asking for dishes that I can't do just yet. And the game really has its own difficulty curve in the sense that if you don't want to spend too much time in the dungeons, then you don't necessarily get the really wild ingredients. But I personally don't care. I was telling Nick about this game, and it kind of is like Potionomics in the sense that Potionomics is like if you don't do exactly the right things in order to battle at the tournament, then you will lose the tournament guaranteed. This game doesn't have any tournaments or any kind of goalposts. You can kind of just do whatever feels good to you, which I really like. So let's look at our mail. Okay, it's just letting me know that someone is bringing a thing. Yeah, so my restaurant got a little bit bigger last time I played. So if you want to go to a dungeon, you can get boba tea, or bubble tea is what they call it here. And you can actually upgrade the milk tea as well, which is very cool, and get a bunch of different kinds. Like, I have not upgraded it yet, but you can. So that's one of the shops that you can do. Like I said, there's just people that you can chat to in the town. Oh, who's this little guy? He's a little Pepper. I've never seen him before. I want a pet Pepper. Anyway, she brews things. And so you can put your equipment in here and then add in dishes, like recipes that you've cooked, and it can change the properties of that equipment. So if you put in like ice cream, then you get cold abilities with your equipment, which is very cool. So what she'll do is she actually will sell you equipment, but I accidentally bought equipment on accidente. I didn't want to do that, but I did it. Anyway, she'll sell you equipment and she'll also upgrade your equipment. Oh no, 35 attack, 10 attack. Oh, it's good. Okay. This is the tailor. She's a little alpaca. She's so cute. She will upgrade your bag and your belts. Your belts are what hold the bubbled tea, and your bag is what holds your items. So like all of this stuff. And then the caravans will usually be different decorations you can put in your restaurant, rugs and stuff like that. There's another person who comes by here when she's not in town, and I think he sells... Oh, he trades ingredients, so you can like barter with him if you have like way too much flour or something. This is the carpenter. He's so cute. I love him so much. He will let you use ingredients that you get while you're in dungeons and money in order to craft whatever kind of tables and decorations you need for your restaurant. I'm gonna go for this aesthetic because I think the vintage stuff is cool, but this regal stuff is pretty cool too. And then you can check the calendar, and when it's someone's birthday, they apparently send you stuff. I haven't really quite figured that out yet. I think the last time it was someone's birthday, they sent me a dish, which I used to upgrade my fish weapon that you had seen earlier. And then this guy, your parents owed him money, so you can pay off your debt here. I don't know. Why would you do that? Okay. So I'm going to take you through the first ruins. Obviously, there's more, but these are the 2 that I unlocked. This is the easiest one. Oh man, look at my big old sword. It's huge. How do I... Oh. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna fight some chickens. Whoa, that just killed them. That is a big old sword. If tree stumps are sparkling like that, that means you can get wood. Wow. And I can do this. Yeah, I have plates. Wow, dude. That is very powerful. These guys are on their way. Hello. Hello. So I'm just killing dudes and running this dungeon to get ingredients. Let's go get these green guys. The thing about the dungeons, and this was one of the things that I noticed people having issues with more than anything else, was that there are folks who just want the restaurant simulator, and there's folks who just want dungeon crawling. And I sympathize with both. However, I think that these dungeons are easy enough in the beginning, and you really do not need to go higher if you don't want to. You can still build a pretty cool restaurant without getting like the coolest ingredients, and I think that is what makes this game neat. A lot of the criticism that I've seen is that I don't know what to do, there's no goal markers, the quests are kind of weird, I don't know what my shop is supposed to be like, I don't know what the goal is here, and I kind of enjoy that I don't have to do what the game wants me to do. Because like I said, with stuff like Potionomics, you have to do what the game wants you to do no matter what. And that is really tough. And I think that this game doesn't do that to you. It's just like, you want to just collect some chicken? That's fine with me. Just collect chicken. Okay, I feel like I have enough stuff. And like I said, I only got to the first level of this dungeon, but I have enough stuff to feed my restaurant. If I was better at dungeon crawling, then I could get more stuff, but it's not necessary. My interest in this game is the restaurant stuff and making meals. So I'm okay with using easier ingredients, you know? So now we're taking the little portal back into town. We're gonna get a little rundown of the dungeon. Cool, sounds great. When you come back from the dungeon, it's nighttime. And you can talk to people if you want and do quests and things like that. We're not worrying about quests right now. Like I said, most of the quests are just make me 50 fried eggs. And you're like, okay. So now we're gonna head back in. I don't know if I like the giant sword that I got. I think I might get rid of it. I like my fish. I like my smack roll. Okay, we're going to bed. I'm gonna show you how the restaurant section of this works. So we're gonna hold to open restaurant. The art in here is so cute. It's my favorite. So dude will sit down. He'll think about what he wants. He wants fried chicken. So with this first customer, I am gonna have the eating sounds on just so you can hear what it is. And then I'm gonna turn it off because I know that it might gross some people out. And I can respect that. So you've got an idea of what the eating sound is like. So we're gonna turn it off. It doesn't bother me, but the first time I heard it, I was like, this definitely is going to bother people, and I'm glad that you can turn it off if it does bother you. So then this is what it is. You just, and I can deliver the food to him too, but nah, I don't really want to. Maybe I'll do it for the next guy. Let's do it for the next guy, just to be nice. Okay. Here I come. I'm gonna deliver it. I'm delivering it. No. I'm giving it to you. Well, that was not as fun. It's better when they can just grab it themselves. Eventually you can get like regal level people and they refuse to grab the food themselves, so you have to deliver it. And so I'm gonna put them over here once I upgrade my restaurant, so there's not as much congestion. Okay, there you go. Leafy greens, there you go. Now, as far as upgrades go, you can't hire people to help you out with the restaurant, and that was one of the biggest problems people had with this game, and I understand. There's plenty of other games where you can hire help for your restaurant, like the Tavern Sim. I did a video about that a little while ago, and you can hire people to cook stuff for you or clean tables, that kind of thing. But this one, you have to do it all yourself. And so with that in mind, I really don't plan on making my restaurant too big. I really am going to be happy maybe upgrading it one more other time, because it's just me in here and I don't want to stress myself out. You can also get different things that you cook stuff in. Like you can add an oven to your kitchen, which I'm looking forward to, because I get little kids in here asking for bread and I don't have any bread because I don't have an oven. That's very sad. So every time there is a meal time, like lunch, you get the lunch rush and it tells you and informs you that more people are going to be coming in. Yeah, I think you get more people. Another thing that happens in this game is sometimes on the calendar, it'll tell you that people will be craving a certain type of ingredient or food. And so you know the next or the day before to go to the dungeon and get those ingredients so that you're ready to go. This lady wants tomato paste. Do you eat tomato paste? If you do, why? Tell me in the comments. Why do you do that? I put tomato paste in my soups, sauces. I don't eat it raw. That seems not cool. See, this level of like busyness does not stress me out, so I think I can probably go a little more. I think I can probably add like maybe 5 more people to serve, 5 more tables that is. And when you first start out, you only have like 1 table, I think, and you have to just keep adding to them. And your frying pan and your soup thing can, when you upgrade it, it can have more things in the queue. So you can tell it like the next 3 things that you want to make, which is really nice. And I think like this is the biggest issue that people have with this game, is that this is it. And the more upgrades that you do, it's really just for yourself because you think this is fun. If you don't like really know what you're supposed to do, or you're not that interested, you know, like this may not be for you. And I think also if you don't like the restaurant part of it, then you're really not gonna like this game. I think that if you don't really care for the dungeon part, then you're gonna be fine. You're probably gonna play it like I do. It's one of those games where you just enjoy the actual gameplay more than you care about achieving anything. And I think that's a tough sell for some people. And I think that's fair. I really want one of these customers to try to make a run for it. Sometimes a customer will try to leave without paying, and it's usually one of these guys. So I'm hoping it happens because I want to catch him. I love all the character design. I think if I was going to make any kind of changes to this game, I definitely would implement maybe like a romance kind of thing where you can give recipes to people in town that you like, so you can like up their friendship and have different friendship storylines with them. I think that would be really interesting. But that is not in here. There's no romance, no friendship stuff. You can't give gifts. I wish I could give gifts to some of the people who live in town. And I think that's why a lot of people feel like this game isn't fully formed. I think if he's the last guy... Oh, another guy came in. Okay, one more One more dude. That's it. Closed. Okay, so you can close your restaurant at any time. I just chose to close because, you know, this is for a video. It gives you total earnings and you can level up as a restaurant. When you level up as your restaurant, you get more areas unlocked and different things that you can buy. And so, yeah, that's about it. I think this is a really interesting game because if you like this part of it, if you like everything that I've showed you and you're like, that would be really fun for me for many, many hours, then this is the kind of game for you. If you look at what I'm doing and go, that is not fun, that would not be enjoyable for me, then at no point you're going to like this game. But I hope that there's people out there that think that the restaurant part looks fun and think the dungeon crawling might be kind of cool. And I think that there's a lot of merit in this game, and I really love how cute it is. And I just think it's a gem. It's a rough gem is what it is. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions about it, I can answer a lot. Like I said, I play about 5 hours of this and I plan to play more, but when I reached this point, I was like, this is pretty much what the game's going to be like for the next 30 hours. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.